My goodness, my goodness. It's really amazing when you do your, in your memory, my friend. It's this what's called Silicon Valley memory. We human beings, we go, billions, like and something that infinity, a memory system, my friend. All this supercomputer, the latest technology that they got in a in a latest technology that you got in micro, was it Silicon Valley in America, my friend. Memory system. These people, man, the way they manage you, the way they try to school my life all these 30 years, over 30 years, right? So last 2 days ago, I told you about this Saliho, the guy who hit me on the head. He's a Swahili guy, and that was the hotel was called Florida Hotel, and the owner of the business, the establishment, the house was called Ndama Mergaramedin. And Memher Garamedin have got two sons and one lady daughter. I think one their daughter was called Shiharok, okay, and the oldest son was called Haile Mikhail Forrest. Forrest means like he was really powerful when he was playing football. As a kid, because I remember, I think he was playing for quite a team of or what that, and he had another youngest brother called Yemane. So Yemane passed away. He was a very skinny guy. So they are kind of like more chocolate dark complexion. Haile Mikhail was very kind of like very fit. He's a bit kind of medium height, a bit shortish, but he's still fit. I met him when I think I met him somewhere in 2017 or 18, uh, and he hasn't changed a lot. But Yaman was extremely very skinny, So and memory Garamelin, okay. So Haile Mikhail, okay. Haile Mikhail. Haile means power. Mikhail means Saint Michael. Michael. So it's really amazing, man. This mind game is really craft something that you can never work it out. Like so all these espionage people, the way they try to organize their ideas, of their organizing skills, really very scary, man. Not any tainted-hearted can decipher and solve the problem. So this Haile Mikhail is one word. His name is Haile Mikhail Mamre okay? His surname, Mamre. Haile means power. Mikhail means Saint Michael, okay? Haile was a teacher that he taught me English lesson, grade 6, grade 7. He was very lazy, man. Well built, kind of like a British Polish. He's originally from Sarai, Mandafara. He's in Sarai now, in Mandafara. So he was living in Adaya all his life. So he was fixing these watches and, tape recorders and some electronics. Like we used to call him Haile Kusun, means like, he was extremely very relaxed man. So he left Adaya, now he is Mandafara, okay? So Haile is him, Mamar Haile. It's amazing, isn't it? It's really hilarious, man. My friend, you will be suffering when these people are chasing and following you everywhere, hacking your mind. Imagine, like they play like this little toy, like a machine, like a like a doll. But when you find out, when you isolate yourself from them, and you try to do all this mindfulness, meditation, my goodness, all the clear picture comes out. My goodness, me believe this, me no believe this, me no believe this, my friend. Like all these people, my friend, they were doing all these years. What was I? What was I? Like, it's like this. You have some kind of like this motorcycle or any car accident, and you hurt yourself. You go into unconsciousness, like so you go into trauma somewhere, like so you don't have no memory. It was like that, like suddenly you wake up from your bed from the hospital, and where am I? What happened? What was I? It's all these 30 years. It's like that. It just feels like that. Like, it feels like I was sleeping in a coma all these years. I didn't understand what was going on. Like, they treat you like a toy, like this robot. My goodness, my goodness. I cannot even believe myself. Okay, so back to the story. Haile means, remember Haile means a teacher, primary school, secondary school. He's in Mandafara now. So he lived in Adda all his life. So he had a girlfriend. She was a Jobati from Mandaboro area. So she used to come into our hotel. She was extremely very lovely lady, very graceful, very decent lady, very beautiful lady, She was well built, very tall, very kind of like sweet lady, to be honest, so she was kind of like his age. So he was a girlfriend of this Gannet, and her son, Biniam, both passed away. So Gannet was from around Shira and Adwa. Her son, Biniam, both of them, they passed away, okay? Gannet passed away because of HIV. So I told you the story earlier on in the morning, okay? So this Haile Mikael is the owner of Ndamamregere Medellin, okay? Bar Florida, okay? This Florida, all this gambling, all these Arab rich billionaires, all these white Europeans, it's like this casino that you got in Nevada. There's all these people like Elvis and all these really famous people go there in Texas. Isn't Texas? What's the all these Hollywood stars? Okay, so this is it DeLoreal or what's the name? This gambling casino in Florida. All these Native Americans, so they are into all these gambling casinos, my friend. It's a multi-billion casino in Florida, okay? So this lady, Gabriel Mikhail Faras, okay? Haile Mikhail Faras is, so his mom, no, as he does, his dad in Awat, Memher Shishay, her mom and his dad are brothers. It's really amazing, man, the way kind of like this entangled and decompartmentalize. I don't even know how to say the word like that. You just procedurally, methodically, you just solve the problem. So Howard Sisai, who's working for Lockheed Martin defense system in America, and Haile Mikhail Forrest's mom, Howard's mom and dad of Haile Mikhail Forrest are brothers and sisters, okay? So Howard is living now in Florida, or the hotel was called in Adria, which is Haile Mikhail Forrest and Yamane, and their hotel was called Florida, okay? So this gambling, there you go. Like they were gambling with my life, my friend, okay? Live gambling, shooting me like crazy, my friend. But I saved. It's like that. He just suddenly resurrected from dead, like Jesus Christ, like our faith. It's exactly like that, my friend. It's exactly, man. I cannot even myself, like that. I cannot even believe myself. So Florida is where this casino gambling, my friend, and this hotel, the bar was called Bar Florida. Okay, Haile Mikhail. So Haile means, remember Haile now in Mandafora, where my ex-wife is from. Okay, Mikhail means her brother, my ex-wife's brother. Now he's in Wales. Okay, can you believe like all these people were like playing me like this? What? All these years, 30 something odd years. So I cannot believe it. So this bar in Adria, Florida bar, there was this little guy called Samuel. His name is Mulu. So he was renting the bar, Samuel, So my ex-wife called my son Samuel. Can you believe, Haile Mikhail. So Samuel, my friend, they were going to eat me using my son, my own family. It's just unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. This could be the best movies in Hollywood, my friend. Okay? Me being the script writer, the narrator, the director, everything, my friend. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna be super billionaire, my friend. I'm gonna be much richer and more famous than all these Hollywood movie script writers, art, drama, everything, my friend, And I didn't even do any masters or PhD in art and drama, but that's my life, my friend. Okay? So this highest them, I'm gonna be super billionaire, my friend, All these people forget them, okay? So this Samuel guy was my little sister Diana, she was going there, she was just going in front of me. What they saying is they are leading me, So that was the spot, this Florida, all this mad guy, I think he was into mental depression, this called Saliha. he hit me with a stick that I told you 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Okay, so that bar they just made it. That was a big milestone. Okay, what they're saying is you did. The guy has hit you head with a stick. Crazy guy who was with a chain and everything. You did. So that bar they made it like a milestone, like this Liberty statue, or what else shall we say, like like this needle of Cleopatra, whatever. Let's just give it like just big symbolic name. So Bar Florida, I was living there. I just cannot believe it, So because of this Salihu, as you go Eritrean foreign minister called Salih Osman, the guy hit me on my head. I was bleeding so much. So the Eritrean president made a foreign minister called Salih, a guy who hit me, okay? So you got a sister called Salih, Isaiah Salih Rasha. So I was the main character of all this, what's the word they say, like progenitor, like the main character in all their art, in their all politics, my friend, in their old songs, movies, politics, whatever you have, my friend. It's just, I'm the most important person in the whole entire world, my friend. I'm driving the whole thing. I cannot believe. I cannot even believe it, my friend. But that's true. So I had a girlfriend called Salam Gabramedin. Okay, are you marking these words? So this Salam was a tall lady. She had a son from some Tigrayan guy in Tigray. So her son is probably around maybe 20 something or years old. She's working somewhere in London. So her son name was Gabramedin. Okay, so the owner of this bar, Florida, which is the dad of Haile Mikhail Forrest, was called Gabra Medin. Okay? Are you linking them? So the surname of this lady, which is her like good banging, nice kind of thing, just kind of like a fling, kind of night out somewhere. They call the hotel now, Maiden Hotel somewhere in Clapham Road, near this Oval Station, Prima Road. Okay, that's where we spent our night, kind of now and then. But they were doing the biggest kind of intrigues, my friend, like this court intrigues. You didn't even see all these court royalties in the European, like all these conspiracy theories, backstabbing and all that kind of stuff. So they brought this lady called Salam Gabra Medin, tall lady, I'm not gonna say anything bad, it's not my habit just to paint really negative brush for people. We had some time together. So Salam Gabra Medin, her name is Gabra Medin. She's somewhere from around Sana'a. So the hotel owner of this Florida, where this Salih guy, mad guy, hit me with a stick. I was bleeding like crazy, my friend. Okay, Samuel and Azib was being the waiter who died by HIV, and Samuel who died by HIV, were renting the bar called Florida. Okay, so it's owned by Memri Garamadin, Memri means teacher Garamadin, a dad of Haile. What's that? Haile Mikhail. What's that? Is yeah, Haile Mikhail Forrest. Okay, and Gabra Medin. Haile Mikhail Forrest. Gabra Medin. Forrest is actually means like horse. He used to be a good football player. So this lady called Salam Gabra Medin, and the bar owner of the place is called Florida Bar. Okay. So another Haile was a guy. I think he passed away in a war or something. He was a really cool guy. So his brother, younger brother, Adhanom, he's my brother, my friend. He's still in Adda. He had his butcher shop, everything So Haile Gabramedin, still Gabramedin, that's her name. Okay, mark that. Had a girlfriend called Lemlem. She used to be our barista cashier. I think she was later in my Daga or my Aini. She had a colonel or something kind of like this military leader, a boyfriend. Okay, so she's from my Takhala, all that kind of area. Okay, so my goodness, look the way they were organizing all this kind of like epicenter, pop. I know there's no room for you to know what's going on unless you pull yourself out from the whole environment and you do a serious soul search, and just find out what's going on. What's going on, man? What's happening to me? What's wrong, So that's how I found out, So Haile passed away. He's from somewhere around Sana'a. Adhanom is my close friend still. He's in Adaya. Haile, so he was a boyfriend of this Lemla. She's from some Sarai Maitakhala. I don't know. I think she's still alive. She's a really heavy smoker. Okay, so this Samuel guy Naboy Hagus Chagora, all that kind of stuff, like, Wudumudu. He was renting the bar, Florida, just to say that he's my leader. Because I got a son called Samuel, okay? Because my ex-wife called my son Samuel. So they were trying to murder me, okay? So this Samuel and Azib, the waiter there, were the people who organized this guy, poor guy, like, he was sick, mentally sick, to hit me with a stick when I was this guy talking to Azib. So he hit my hand. I was bleeding so much, my friend. So both of them died. So this Samuel guy rented the bar to say that he's my leader, and it's really amazing, man. And my goodness, what else? The whole thing is just really shambles, man. It's just really amazing. Okay, so we got Asmarat, kind of like leader of Northern Red Sea. She's from my auntie, kind of. She was her daughter was Frasalam, So they try to kind of like round. It's like this number crunching kind of. If you do some kind of arithmetic maths, about rounding up, rounding up. So Frasalam and Salam Goromadin. Can you believe it? So I have another auntie called Kadas. Frasalam had her son Kudus. Hariti had another guy called